Hello and welcome to Make Some Noise from Birmingham NEC. So come on. Today we are live at the NEC Restoration Show in Birmingham. This is day one after 2 days of absolute madness. If you're getting close, we can hear a little bit more. We have our international guests. So if you'd like to bring yourself on for a split second, Jim, Dave and John, and say hello to the public for me, please.
And adding John.
What's up, guys? Happy to be here.
Yeah, afternoon, guys.
I already voted.
Yeah, I voted.
Already voted.
Already voted. I'm in.
Yeah.
Thank you very much for doing this, guys, because without you, this won't happen. Because if I lose connection, then you guys can take over and help us out all the way. Today.
I was going to say, without you being at the NEC and the Minikit's fantastic stand, by the way, we wouldn't be able to do this anyway. So a big thanks to you, Craig, and Paul, for taking the time out to drop in. Because this is live. If anyone's watching, drop us a question on Minikits, whatever. We are live.
It's hard going live from this place when you don't have internet half the time. That's why we're not walking around this time. We tried staying static and actually have a little studio. But over the weekend, we hope to do a few more live streams with the team in pure view with you. We hope to go around, probably have a few interviews. We'll have a few pre-cut videos of the venue. And there we go, all swapping around. And but what we'll do is I'll quickly just highlight a short video to tell you what the NEC is all about. This is a clip from last year in 2024. So enjoy and watch.
I think this event is singularly relevant right now. It's a great place for people to gather and share their passion for cars and all things automotive and classic. But also, what are we doing? What is this place? It's about making an event. Every car out there and the car of everybody who's come here, its carbon footprint is in the distant past. And by keeping it going, it's kind of best for all. So long may it continue. What a great place to come and share a passion for these incredible machines that move us. They move us physically, they move us emotionally. They're important and they're here.
Shows like this are so important to inspire people. There's so many amazing cars and most importantly, talented people that have restored them and loved them and cared for them. Every car here has got a story to tell, and the best thing about it is walking around and seeing parents and grandparents with kids, grandkids that are just being inspired. I hope that shows like this will encourage people to learn these skills needed to restore these cars.
Being here today at the NEC with all these amazing cars, it's amazing. There's cars there that are older than me, and I'm 57 years old. I hope I got the love of these cars from my dad. He owns a garage, and I think that's why it's so important today for people to include their children in classic cars. It keeps that thing going, it keeps the blood of the classics running, and if we can get to running young people's brains, I think it's amazing.
I've really enjoyed the show this year. It's been a great joining of community and everybody's been able to connect. I've had some great conversations with people and been able to network, and people have been really interested in what I'm doing with the car, and I've been asking questions and are shocked that such a young person has been working on a car. But it's been really interesting to hear their feedback and their interest.
This is day 3 of the Practical Classic and Restoration Show. It's been phenomenal. I've suffered with a little bit of jet lag. I've flown over from the US to be here specifically for this show. I've been coming to this show for 10 years now, and it's a really important show for me. It's been amazing.
We're back. Right.
Boy, are you ever.
Yeah, I was going to say this event is big. It's not as big as the one in November. It's about half the size, but this is dedicated to people's restoration of their vehicles. So if you've got dust in it, you're the people to be with us. If you polished it, get away. But this time we have a good selection of cars. Once again, we've brought in 6. Paul, can you just tell the people which 6 we've got? Talking to the microphone while you look.
We've got a £100 build from scrap, basically. We've got a
£100.
We've got a Stratus 365. It's Metro 6R4 rep on Scooby floor pans, Subaru Impreza floor pans. We've got a
Which one are you looking at? It's not good on camera.
I know, yeah. A Scamp, we've got a Scamp, a Pimlico, and another Ranger with the
Got a
different.
Ranger. Love Rangers.
He's the only person who tells you what we got on the stand and he doesn't even look. Because we literally, as you can see, we've had to put the backing towards us, otherwise have a full rotation. But yeah, the cars are behind the monitor, so they, as I say, we got a good reference. But
No
guys,
worries.
here's a question for you: have you ever heard? Well, Paul highlighted it. The £100 car build.
No,
That's
I've not
pretty
heard of
light.
that.
I've had a 1,000-pound car. I've got own a 1,000-pound car, but 100 pounds is what's it made out of? Paper mache?
I actually thought it was just a tank of petrol.
Yeah. A small one if it's 100 quid as well, the price of petrol these days. Yeah.
But yeah, but basically, as you can understand from last year, we had Matt Green with us.
Yep.
And he's also returned this year. He's bought his specialist car, which we'll hopefully talk about tomorrow.
Yeah.
But we've also got Dad, Minikit's dad, Richard
Yes.
Green, officially, but all weekend he's going to be called Dad, and we've told him that.
Call him Dad.
We've also met Uncle Mark, so it's like a family reunion, but it's actually Dad's project. The idea is that he's walked outside, found all the scrap in his backyard, asked for donations, and so far he's put it all together, and he's basically built a moving car. He's still got a lot of work to go, but for £100, I'll just quickly click on the screen so you can actually see the thing on its
brilliant.
first drive out. So
That's the one we saw driving into the NEC yesterday, wasn't it? When you were setting up.
yeah, which hopefully the videos will be done by Jim to sort out ready for tomorrow. Oh,
We've had a question come in as well from somebody. They come through and make some noise. They must be watching it on your YouTube channel. But weren't you the first ever kit car and special? I don't like calling them kit cars, but kit car and specialist car group to actually win an award from the NEC? Because normally it's the classic boys and regular mainstream manufacturers that win the awards. You were the first ever specialist kit car group to win an award, weren't you?
I'll let Paul answer that. Well, give me a second.
Yes, we were. And I think it's opened the way up, I think, to a lot more of a kit car manufacturers and one thing coming into these NEC, because they wouldn't let you in it at one point. And all of a sudden, we're in, and we're winning.
And the best thing about it is, rather than show you a picture, they show you the real thing.
There we go. I have got some pictures in the background. If you've got it there, that's brilliant. That was what best. That was best stand award, wasn't it? Best under 80 square meters.
Yep, correct. But this time we have got a bigger stand. I'll let you hold that, Paul, so we don't drop it. Don't want to do that. That's a very expensive coaster.
You could restore it.
Oh. Sponsored by Sellotape and duct tape, but you can't get clear duct tape.
And super glue, yeah.
Yeah. So we've got Richard's car with us, or Dad, and he's loving it. He's absolutely loving it. As we say tomorrow, we'll hopefully have a little bit more footage for you.
Yeah.
But literally, he wanted to arrive about 4 o'clock yesterday. We had a phone call saying he'd left 5 hours early. He was that excited to get here.
Oh, bless. Yeah.
And
I mean, it's a big event. People don't realise just how big the event is. There's what, five or six halls?
no, not this one. No, it's 2.5. But it's, it's two of the largest halls, and then half of hall 3.
Right. Yes, I'm thinking of the other one that you went to.
That's November. Hang on a second. We just got Matt Green in the back.
Yeah.
Say hello to the world.
Hello, world.
This is Matt Green.
Hello, world.
Matt.
Those are my lines.
Yeah, Matt. I've been following your instrument build. I've been following your instrument build on the Mini Dash.
Hang on a second. This bit wasn't planned, by the way. It was just so happened he was in shot. So ask that question again.
Yeah, Matt, I've been following your YouTube channel.
Hello, yeah.
But I've been following your dash build and the way you've done it's all electronic and you built that yourself. I've seen part 1, part 2. There's going to be a part 3 coming out because I've been absolutely fascinated.
Yeah, part 3, hopefully. We've got my Uncle Mark's just off screen. He's working on some of the electronics at the moment. We're just having a chat about that and working out what's next. And I was just rushed to try and get this sort of the Mark 1 style dash out just to bring to the show. And so hopefully the next stage is to get it mounted in a car now and actually wired up to some sensors, the revs, and the basic ones to start with, and see how that goes and see what problems come out from that first. So,
I saw you got it connected up to a PC or whatever that was obviously operating the dials just in test function. But getting those connected to the sensors now will be the next. And
then obviously the next hurdle will be sort of interference and dealing with that. Especially if you're trying to come off coils and stuff for RPM. They can cause problems.
Yes, because I've never heard of those dials that they're using. You just bought them off. Was it from?
Yeah, and you get them on AliExpress and places like that. So I think the Raspberry Pi store sells them as well. They're round displays, so it's they're quite to use as a normal screen, but they suit certain dials and fit in a certain thing. So they work quite well. So I did share your video to a couple of kit car sites and specialist car sites, and everyone seemed to love it. I'd never seen anything like it. So looking forward to the next one. Yeah, same here. So won't be long, I'm sure.
Yeah, brilliant.
Thanks for dropping in for a quick set. That wasn't impromptu, but we'll get you over the weekend and we'll have a proper chat about it. No, he's falling off the chair. Oh, push.
Yeah, Craig, it's normally you falling off the chair, isn't it?
Not these chairs, a little bit too high off the ground. Paul's just being caught again, so he'll be back soon. But we do have a big announcement before we go. I say this one's going to be slightly shorter. So if you just give me, I don't know if this will work because of the music side of things, but hang on. I'll do you. Bear with me a second.
Take your time. Meanwhile, while you're doing that, we can chime in and say, beaming to you direct from the NEC in Birmingham, but at the same time, simulcasting from Nashville, Tennessee, Dave Lascelles. Say hi, Dave.
What is happening?
And from lovely Evesham, somewhere close enough to Birmingham. Say hi, John.
If I go and sit on my rooftop, I can probably see Birmingham from here. I'm not that far away.
And it's me, 7-Spot Jim, all the way from Vancouver, Canada.
Yeah.
No, it's wild. It is absolutely wild, and just on the screen it looks wrong, but to my right is the main stage as well. So we got to try and cut out all those. So I ain't paying them. It's a thing with too much. They should come on here and do everything for free like what we do. Put all our heart and energy into it, building the set, getting the cars here, people driving up and down the country. Nah, they jump in a plane, they get paid a few £1,000s for this event.
Exactly, yeah. Because you spent, was it about 6 months just planning this one event, this one weekend, I think you said?
Each one is complete. As you've known from the last few interviews that we've done, the standards have been completely different. But a quick question for Dave. Dave, do you have anything like this where you are? Like, did they go to that extent?
Yeah, no. Not that I know of. I'm sure that there are... I don't feel like there's a huge kit scene in the States. I think for us, it's more like hot rod shows.
Yes.
Because that's like when things got started. Probably similar era, but the cars were so different. you know, and I feel like the possibilities are just different as far as like, you know, people have been building things on minis for how many years? They've had many kits have been around since 50 years, right? At
Oh
least.
yeah. Well, it's like I said, the
So-
whole idea, the idea of this show as well is like, won't be just based on kits. So I'm just using this as being a stand.
Yeah.
But there's a wild range of things. Like the stand right behind me is the Coastal Breakfast Club, which is 90% American hot rods and old classic vehicles, and so that'll inspire to what you sort of see a lot more of. But I said this one is a test run for the screening. I didn't know how long the show was going to be because I said tomorrow would be the biggest highlight, and we'll work on the afternoon again to allow people to sleep. Because of the time difference this morning, I forgot everything. I always do it to you guys. I wake you up, you fall out of bed, and you end up on screen within 15 minutes begging for coffee. Isn't that right, Jim?
Yeah, that is about right. And I just have to jump in because there's an important message that we want to convey. And that is if everybody is watching this, they have to know that it's important that they get out and vote. Because it's all that's all we really care about.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
You've been nominated. You've won it two years on the row now. This award at the NEC, haven't you? Was it 2 years?
No. It's a multiple of awards through different shows.
Okay.
It's the first year that I was involved. We came in. We were runners up in the main classic. No, it was the classic car show in November. We came in and we was just runners up. And then we came back for the restoration show. We didn't really have a lot on at that time. We didn't get really, but then we came back for the classic car show in the following year, and we got best stand of the show, or most interesting stand.
Yeah, you did Barry Simpson.
Yeah, we've done a lot of things because as you know yourself, there's a lot of things out there. I can see us 7-Spot Media. Will Minikits be at Kitfest?
Kitfest.
Who would type that in? Who's busy on 7-Spot Media typing these messages in, John?
Maybe because one hand is missing. It's where Kermit the Frog is hiding.
Yeah,
I can't see it on mine. But speaking of Kitfest, you also won an award there, sponsored by Howdens, didn't you? I think.
Yeah, another one. for a group that comes to sort of have a bit of a laugh. Hang on a second. Someone's fitting a horn ready for Sunday.
Sunday closing bell.
Yeah. Basically, we don't highlight it too much because Kitfest is the award, not what's in our hands. It's the event, what happens, which is the award for everybody, and that's the way it should have been thought of.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Everyone's a winner.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. And I think that's why you have so much fun at the NEC. I'm not saying you don't take yourself seriously because you do, but it's not like you're there selling something. You're there to show off what you can do, and just have a great time, and just speaking to the public and making people aware of mini kits in general. Yeah.
Well, as you can tell, we put a lot of effort into it. All that surgery that I've had done, sort of thing, has really not worked.
Well, I think you were commenting earlier, Craig, and asking Dave if there's anything like this in Nashville. And what blows me away is the size of the venue. How big is the NEC? How many halls are there?
Hang on, Paul's back. He's about to join me. Right, I'll finish this one up before you. Basically, you are talking. There is, I think, 12 halls, and each one is about the size of a football field.
Wow!
Yes,
that is amazing.
And they can combine. Some of them can combine to be the size of about 3 football fields open.
Yeah.
Which is hall 3.
I can tell you that in Vancouver we don't have anything like that because we don't have a venue that large. The largest show that we have every year is the All British Field Meet, and it's huge. I mean, we broadcast from there,
and stream from there.
Many football fields, but it's all outside.
But
At the NEC, they also have like live stage where you can go and meet like Richard Hammond or Mike Brew or whoever. But you were also asked to be one of the presenters on that as one of the specialists, weren't you? Was that last year?
Oh God, you had to drop that one in, didn't you?
Just trying to make some noise.
Make some noise, fall off your chair like I do. And while you're doing it, what you need to do is you need to sort of shout out those famous words that we can't broadcast them into the show.
Yes, I know what you mean. Yes, but it is all. Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. It's somewhere down the line.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm just looking for something quickly.
So
Right.
is it press day today? Is there much public there? Because normally Friday's the press day, isn't it? And then the public come in Saturday and Sunday. Is that how it works?
Well, yeah, there's been quite a few magazines. People walking around taking photos of various cars, obviously.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And it's not,
But much
special
interest
guests as well, isn't it?
yeah, much interest from the general public. I mean, we're getting more mainstream now, I think.
Yeah. We're always busy. Always busy on the stand. I just had to, when I shot off I was talking to somebody about a car.
Yes.
We're non-stop. Absolutely
Brilliant.
non-stop.
Yeah.
Do you guys find the age of participants is getting lower now? Like as more young kids get into like the engineering side of things?
I think realistically, without overdoing it, we have people as young as pushchair and pram to basically walking out in a 6-foot box.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Because they're all on wheels, and half of them get pushed around.
It's a good question, though, because one of the themes that we've been talking about recently is education at school, the technical side.
Just
And
how to get people interested in engineering and get it back into school because it's no longer on the school curriculum.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. It's just inspiring as it all goes along. I'm just keeping track of time because we've got people coming back to us. But what we'll do is we'll cut it short now, but we have a big announcement. And we have been given the official announcement across the world.
Okay.
And I'll hand that over to Paul because he knows a lot more about it than what I do.
Do we need a drum roll?
Sausage roll? What do you want a sausage roll for?
I'm going to say, what are you on about, sausage roll? It's salt.
That's all he thinks about is food. It's a drum roll, not a sausage
The
roll.
vibration in your screen, John, it looks like you'd eaten something wrong and that you have the after effects. It was shaking everywhere.
I probably have. Yeah.
Right, let's get down to the final bit. So, Paul,
Go.
question. What have we just found out today, and why are we the official people to inspect this item?
Well, I found out today I don't like tomatoes.
So,
Sorry. We was approached by two members of the public today who actually own the father and son, bringing it back to the younger generation, weren't he?
Yeah.
Sort of thing. And he owns the rights to the Gecko mini base kit car.
Ooh,
Wow.
I remember. Yeah, I
He's
remember
owned
that.
it. He's owned him since 1981, since the original manufacturers sold them on.
Wow.
He did make a few of them, but stopped making them. Well, now him and his son are going to revive the company back up, building a new mini Gecko, and fingers crossed we'll have it on the stand in November.
I know the name. Remind me what it looked like. It wasn't a 3-wheeler job. It did look a bit like a mini moke or
It's mini Malclock aspirated, like sort of
That's-
thing, you know, stuff.
That's what I thought. And obviously mini base. Yeah.
But that was a well-made kit, really well-made kit. And like I say, he's going back into remanufacturing them.
Got to go back into production. That's brilliant news.
there we go.
There you go.
Someone's on the case.
Yeah, well, it's not. It wasn't me. It wasn't me.
But by that, I take it was Dave.
I love the internet.
Oh, well,
But
yeah.
he's also doing the 6-wheeler version, the 4-wheeler version, and the stretched 4-wheeler version.
And they're looking to giving it a modern twist as well.
And they still have all the tooling, all the molds, and everything to pull it, to make them.
Brilliant.
And also, on top of that, we've been invited to the official launch of the vehicle, where we may be able to have a drive in it, and we'll be able to probably have something to eat and something to drink alongside. So yeah,
that'd be awesome.
it's like it's just opened up a few more doors for us as well. So we're not just here enjoying ourselves; they're creating something, and we're inspiring them.
Yeah.
Brilliant. Yes. Definitely keep us updated on that. We could maybe even do, well, obviously you'll be doing some filming. Maybe we can do a live stream of the unveiling, or where are they going to reveal it at a kit car show, or not sure?
With the NEC, on our stand at the NEC.
On your stand at the
Jimmy,
NEC.
gotta
That's
fix
brilliant. That's
in
brilliant.
March. And I did actually mention about you might want to interview them, and I'm even up for that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Excellent.
If you like, do a really good feature on them, and they're well into it. We've got all the contact details, and as we say, who's this? Jason.
Oh, it's Jason.
Hello.
Jason
How
Smith.
are you?
Jason
Jason Smith.
That's Jason Smith, as we know him. Yes.
I'll just call you Jason. I don't say anything over 4 letters.
Hi, Jason.
Greetings, Jason.
How you doing? Hello from the NEC.
And he's saying hello from his shed, where he's busy painting his 7.
Yeah.
Hang on a bit.
Hang on. We actually can you hang on? Can you hear this?
Heard something.
Oh
yeah.
Yes.
Is that the 100 pounder?
Yeah, it's the 100 pounder. We do. It's just because of protection laws and that we're not allowed to run engines.
Yeah. No, I
So
know.
nobody heard that.
I didn't hear it.
I promise you, I want to see everyone out there,
Yeah.
like cross their fingers and keep their mouth shut. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's
I think
not.
a
This
bird
is
just
not
flew
on the
really
internet
close.
for anyone to see.
Some good news.
Yeah. So we had good news on that one. Is there anything else we need to talk about before tomorrow? Apart from we both need to go to bed, not each other's bed.
Well, that's what I was going to say, is because I've been in touch with you, and I don't think that anybody really has a really good idea. And you mentioned having a good time there, but how much work it takes to set up a stand for a show like this.
Yes.
Wednesday.
You-
Wednesday,
yeah, you-
we were here from 10:30. We left at 4:30, and then we was back in Thursday. Myself, I was in at 9:30. You came in at 10 o'clock.
Yeah,
No,
about
10:30, and we didn't leave till about 7:15 last night, only by being dragged out, and then 2 hours this morning.
Yeah.
Before the public came in at 10 o'clock.
Yeah.
And it's like, I know that this shot doesn't show the full view of the actual stand
It's
itself.
probably a good idea because you look very sleep deprived as it is.
Did you ever have, I saw a post, didn't you have a bit of a nightmare last night about somebody having building work outside your house?
Yes, I had a person message me in the middle of the night who kept spamming things about voting for us.
Yeah, I know. I wouldn't want to mention any names, but his initials might be John Minion.
No. It's, do it. For some reason, we knew that the roadworks were going to happen, but we didn't realise they were going to do it through the night for the whole weekend.
Oh, blimey.
So
Yeah.
tonight, I'm just trying to make myself as tired as possible so I can just knock myself out.
Yeah.
And I think Paul was sponsored by a certain type of lager producer.
Yeah.
Because they don't sponsor us, so we can't say their name.
Right.
It would be nice if you're out there. Anyone who supplies anything like that, happy to send it here.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, take a beer over. We'll have a live stream tomorrow. Yeah, if anybody fancies it.
I once read in the paper that if anybody has more than 1 pint of beer a day, it's bad for you. So I've actually stopped doing it now. I ain't reading the paper anymore.
Very good.
So yeah, I've just put up on there. So if you have any questions when we try and come on live, please contact any of our studio people.
Yeah.
Dave, John, Jim.
Yeah.
Have them ready for us, and hopefully tomorrow we'll have a lot more answers. And I'm hoping tomorrow to try and get a bit more preview footage of the show. So if we
And
can't leave
I-
this spot, at least we got something.
And if it's okay with you, I'd like to add that if anybody wants to jump in and ask you some questions live, I would be happy to communicate with you and vet your credentials so that you're not a spammer or a potty mouthed individual. And maybe we can bring you onto the show to ask the questions live.
That's great. To be fair,
the Brummies, it gives us enough time to use the translation app on our computers to figure out what they're saying.
Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, to be fair, with the comments that do come in, we do get to vet them. We've not had to not display some of them, but yeah, we are acutely aware of that.
Yeah.
We looked at live call-ins as well, but we're not there with that.
Yeah. One day.
Yeah,
Anyway.
well, you know, you've tried doing live call-ins and they don't pick up the phone.
Exactly.
Well, you stole my thunder. That's what I want to do. I actually do live call outs.
Yes.
It's dialing for idiots.
Yes, sorry for idiots.
Or even let's do a combination of little videos. Anyone out there who likes to do something different, the name of the channel, make some noise. Why don't you film yourself for a split 30 seconds and go shout out, make some noise, and and let's combine it. Let's see other people shouting it out across the world.
And do it in your car so you can rev the engine as well.
They won't hear them. But mind you, that'd be quite good if you've got your partner in the car. You can't hear them either.
No.
Very cool.
But no, as we say, we'll bring this show to an end from our point of view. We'll let you guys carry on chatting or do whatever you wish to do. But coming from the Birmingham NEC, thank you very much for coming on to make some noise. And our special guests are in the studio. Thank you very much, guys. From me and Paul and Minikits, this is the NEC. Hopefully see you tomorrow.
All right. Here's for
guys.
now.
Stan looks great. Hope you win an award again.
Again. Yeah.
Well, here we are. Sort of. Ah, there we go.
There we go. Yeah. My screen's gone funny at my end as well. Yeah.
Right, we're going to let you finish the stream. I'll leave my computer on for you.
Okay. Cheers.
Okay. Yeah, cheers, guys. Bye. Right, looks like they're having great fun at the NEC. Their stand looked absolutely brilliant. And,
Yeah. Now, guys, I'm just as a commercial message from Seven Spot. We're recording this live from Craig's studio, and it's being recorded in whatever 780p or whatever.
1080p, I think.
Well, no, it's being streamed in 780p, 720p, just because that's the maximum that the bandwidth would allow. But it's being recorded in 1080p. So for editing purposes, everybody should just stay online till the show ends.
I didn't realize we could do that now. So we can stream live, but then also record it, but in higher definition.
At the same time, that's right.
At the same time, yes.
Yeah, I'll send you a link and we can talk that through, because it's not exactly riveting programming.
No, exactly. Yeah, we'll take that offline.
Yeah.
But yes, it's great. You're having a great time at the NEC.
Yeah. So guys, while we're filling up time here, and I'm just going to invite anybody who's watching the show and wants to discuss anything topical, meaning cars, meaning kit cars, meaning sevens, meaning whatever you got going on, shoot me a messenger link, a message. It's Jim Gould on Messenger, and I will arrange to get you on the screen so that we can have a chat with you. But whilst we're waiting, we brought in Dave, who's from one of our show hosts from the High Cost, Low Cost channel, and he is building a 7.
That's what they say.
So this is the part where we turn the show over to you and tell us what you're up to.
Yeah, what have you been
Everybody
up to,
makes
Dave?
their first mistake. I'm just going to throw this up there. So I got my tubing bender. So now I can remake the rear hoop to hang my rear subframe in the car. It's all centered. I got my laser level working, so I've centered everything. I got the cheap one. I got the Amazon special that's a copy of the good ones, and it uses good normal people's dies. So that's a Woodward Fab die. I don't know if they're international or not, but they're common here in the States. And I got my bender. It's the same. It's all the same.
Yeah.
Parts from Amazon. I only put it together wrong once. And then I got figured out that I had put the bending bits right here, the inner ones. I had them like one was flipped inside out.
Yeah.
So nothing would line up. And then I fixed that. And I got some other parts from a guy in New York. So I now have a nose cone,
Brilliant.
which really helped me like motivate myself. And I've had these cycle wings. I think these are actually the GBS ones.
Are
I don't know.
they carbon effect? They look very carbon
No,
effect.
they're solid carbon. Like I think
Yeah.
that they're wet lay up.
Wet lay
but
carbon. Yeah, I do like the
yeah,
look of those.
it doesn't look like to me. It doesn't look like pre-preg because of the way the clear coat is. But
Yeah.
it could have been pre-preg. I don't know. But I think these are the GBS ones. They have the indicator in them, and then there's a cutout in the back
Yeah.
for pressure relief. So
Yes.
I think these are actually the one. What's GBS's site? Kit Spares.
Kit spares. Yes.
I
Yeah.
think you can get them from those guys, from Richard and the boys.
Yeah.
But this nose cone, surprisingly enough, is a +4 nose cone. So
Where did you get that from then?
a guy in New York, I messaged him. I talked to him 18 months ago and
Yeah.
said, hey, let's figure something out. And then he said, you're second in line. And I was like, well, whatever. I haven't even, nothing works yet anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah. Yeah.
2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago, he emails me. He's like, I still have this. And I said, well, let's work something out. Shipping is ridiculous, but measure it. He measured, sent me pictures, and it was exactly what
That
mine is. And the
fits
inside of
good.
it,
It looks really
perfectly.
good.
Yeah.
like somebody made it from a +4 mold. I like the width.
Yeah.
Like it's almost like the fish mouth one from Kinetic. If you're in the States, you'll know Kinetic vehicles.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
And probably everywhere knows Kinetic at this point because they're on all the forums. But that business has been purchased by another new guy, and I think actually we may have done an interview with him, Jim. I know
Yeah,
you
we
were in contact
we
with
made
him at some point.
contact with him, and I haven't arranged to do an interview with him. He's
Yeah.
busy,
Yeah,
but setting
he
up
also,
his business. But yeah,
I think he also does some Subaru parts.
Yep.
But he has all the original molds, and this looks like the fish mouth one, but it is +4. It does have that lip down here at the bottom that's kind of like the GBS lip, but I know the GBS is not +4. It's probably +2, like the MKs, John, I believe.
Yes. Yes.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
I believe yours is like a +2.
It is. Yeah.
But
And
this
that's the thing.
thing fits.
The bottom lip as well is a little bit deeper on the MK, but that's where we've hung our number plate off.
Okay.
Stick-on
This
plates
is.
in the UK are technically illegal.
Oh, okay.
But the thing with front number plates as well, if you're crafty, you can angle them so it helps with downforce on the front end, if that makes sense.
Yeah. But here, I mean, here's the lip profile, and when I stuck it on, it goes just to the right spot on the frame for me. The
Brilliant.
look is just right. Now I'm going to have some issues when I have to drop this ginormously tall engine an inch and a half below the frame, but that also doesn't seem to be weird. I mean, the MK K20 engine drops below the frame. It's a full inch shorter, but I may be able to get away with just a normal bubble
Yes.
in the scoop. If
Yeah.
I scoot it over a little bit and -1 plus a normal bubble, I think it'll actually work. And so I also think that all of this tubing in my rear roll hoop is, I know it's 1.75, so I'm assuming it's 1.7 by 0.95 tubing, which is stronger and somehow also lighter than 1.5 by 120 wall, which is how I'm going to hang my subframe. The weight is not going to matter because I'm not tiny. So, like just getting some of these things laid out and pushed into place has kind of helped me. And I made some decisions about my seats. And then these two angles here are the only other things I'm wondering about. The angle that a stock MX-5 subframe sits at from the inner lower arm mount bolt center to the outer lower arm mount bolt center. Is that level, or does it go straight through the ball joint? These are the questions that I have that no one else would ask on the Miata forums because it doesn't matter. They're either lowering or raising, or they're, it's already built into the car.
Yes. Yes.
Because at the recommendation of the great Oliver Picard, I will make this subframe for myself, just some out of plates because it's going to be easier. His His Mosquito is 20 mils wider on each side. If I go to 25 mils wider, I can get the whole thing dropped down flush with the bottom of the frame, which gives me a little more frame clearance in the front. So that's a consideration. The trick is then I have to change the steering rack. So I'll either have to use his, he uses a race rack from a Mini,
Yes.
right-hand drive upside
Like a
down.
quick rack.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, quick rack.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's like 2.1. I think
Oof.
my rack is 2.6. It's
Yes.
2.1, 2.2 something, and the stock Miata rack's like 2.6, 2.7.
Yeah.
And of course, I would never be able to guess which one I have, but mine's already depowered, so there's a little video about that.
Yes.
At some point, I made that silliness. So
Yeah.
if I don't use this, then the angle of the output for the drive gear is a little different, and I might be able to fit some things better. But then I have the bump steer solving issue that Oliver and Andrew went through as well, and that but I'm happy that things seem possible now.
Brilliant.
I sent my
brilliant.
brother a text just after I put this stuff here. I said, "Okay, I feel like it could actually happen."
Absolutely.
Now
I've seen
got my
that.
vendor, so I can make my rear subframe hanger. I have plans for that for the gussets and the mounting tabs.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
at least some planning happened, and I rage cleaned the garage looking for a part for the Land Cruiser, so I've got a lot more free.
There you go.
I've
floor
seen
space.
I've seen people that fit a quick rack and they fit an unbelievably small steering wheel. And that can make the car very, very twitchy. Slightest little movement, woof, and you're off. Do you know what I mean? So, yeah, you need to sort of like match the steering wheel size. If you're going to fit a quick rack, you might want to go up a size. I don't know. Ours is fine. Can't remember what
Yeah,
ours is
mine's
lock
like-
to lock.
Mine
What-
is 12. I have a 12-inch, 11.5-inch steering wheel, and I know that Caterham steering wheels are like 10 inches, which to me is just like, it's so
It's-
tiny.
Yes.
Mine's 7.
Yeah, I think mine's
You have a
about
7-inch steering wheel? How does that
Yeah.
even how?
I'll
That's
bring it out and
crazy.
show it
Just-
to you. It's-
That's amazing. You just put a plate on it. That's
yeah, pretty much.
It's like a
Anyway,
salad.
joining us today from the shed by way of messenger slides is Jason. That's him, and you can under his scuttle. But he wanted to share with you. Oops, not that one. That one. Some pictures of his Aero that he's building in.
yes, because his is going to be all active aero, front and back. Yeah,
Yeah, I like the
that's
way he's
cool.
got the lights too.
Yeah.
The slot
Oh, yeah.
for that
yes,
for that bit of wing is going to be really important. And we talked a little bit offline about how strong his actuators are.
Yeah.
Like it bent his actuator snapped a metal zip tie.
yes.
I think we were chatting about that, which is, I mean, it's not nothing, but that's a lot. You can't.
Well,
pull
I
that with
think
your
that you
arms.
mentioned
And,
you've got you. I didn't even think about it. But what was your suggestion for helping him with his actuators?
Oh,
Because he
well,
mentioned
bell
they're very
cranks,
strong.
talking about we were talking
Bell
about a bell
cranks.
crank design
Yes.
because of the speed. If we get the right bell crank rate, right, if it's rising rate in the right direction,
Mhm.
with the strength of his actuators, it may actually be able to push like what he's doing. But I think he's also using a potentiometer with strain gauge for like brake pedal pressure plus travel integrated. So the calculations are far beyond my skill level as a
Well,
band
that's what
director.
was going to be my
But-
next question: is
Yeah.
what about the math for doing this type of stuff?
I don't think that the math is that hard. There's a guy that I follow who was a suspension designer for Specialized bicycles. Of
Mhm.
course, his name escapes me now. But he has really good, just like common sense videos about it. He'll do the math as well. Like he has a math version and a non-math version of some of these suspension design things, and he talks about bell cranks because he
Yeah.
was, I believe, designed one of the Specialized downhill race bikes, and he was like on the suspension part
Yeah,
of that.
that's
So
his,
he, like
that's,
those
that's
kind of the
Jason's-
size of bell cranks.
That's Jason's setup at the moment, where you can see the two actuators there. But yeah, you're right with the right size bell crank. That would move a lot quicker.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
you'd need that.
Yeah,
The only
Yeah.
problem
And
with
he-
it being on the bell crank situation is how do you get control into it so you have partial lift, if you will.
yes,
Well,
I know.
that's travel based, right? Because
Yes.
if and some of the actuators pull as hard as they pull as hard as they push.
Mhm.
So if you would put the bell crank below the axis and it's going like this way, then you can have a short travel on the lower half and a long travel on the top.
That's what I was
And
talking
if you
about. Is
put
where
it-
do you find the math to make that work?
Yeah. Probably.
There are a million videos about it because all the people who work in who are doing like trophy truck builds, this is like very popular in the States to make like a off-road Beetle chassis.
But
And
you're going
where's
to
our
have to.
guy?
You're going to have to do the math for your inboard shocks. Are you
Oh,
not?
have to. Somebody's going to do it. This is trial and error. And don't put it in a
Okay.
ditch. I live like right near a cul-de-sac. I'll be fine.
Yeah.
But there's a guy who built a off-road Beetle who does a lot of videos about it, and it's not as terrible as we think. But Jay's also worried about force multipliers of the surface area of the wing, and that's where I'm like, hey, try to find out.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Yes. Yeah.
One thing
Brilliant.
is for sure, it's going to stop. That's for sure.
Yeah. He's looking to look. I wouldn't call it active yaw, but he's looking to look at pitch angles as well. So when he's cornering, it will.
Yeah.
He's going to have wings each side that can go up and down depending on to try and keep the car level. So I think it'll need to be at a certain speed before any of this kind of like works. If that makes sense. It's not going to work at 10 mile an hour.
That's well beyond my pay grade.
It just has to look cool.
Well, yeah. That's the thing. I've never seen active aero on a 7 before.
You should go back about 2 years and watch the Goodwood, all the hill climbs. Travis Pastrana has an Audi. It looks like the old Group B rally car.
Yeah.
It has full active aero on fenders, roof, everything.
Yeah.
And you look that up. And I know exactly what Jay is trying to replicate. It looks so cool.
Yes.
Looks great. I mean, with the Audi, I mean, with that weight and then a short course like Goodwood, how much does it actually do? Is the big question.
Yeah. I mean, there will be a weight. Yeah, there will be a weight penalty.
No, I mean, basically on a
plate
7,
with
it would make a
you-
huge difference because it's so light. If you needed to hit the brake, talk about the late brake show, you can get way deep into a corner, hit the brakes, and you'll be on top of it, right?
Yes.
Yeah, if you just held a TV tray out the top of your car as a surprise, you would
You'll feel.
Yeah.
Yes.
You would have no forearms, mind you, but
yeah, or you smash yourself in the face. But I don't think that it takes as much as we think. This is where I want, especially in such a light car. I mean, let's say his car is heavy for a 7 and weighs 1,450 pounds.
Yeah.
Like 60 pounds of pressure
is a lot.
Is a lot.
Yes.
What was it Ferrari said? Aerodynamics is for people who don't build engines.
Oh dear. Excellent.
But that sounds just excellent. I'm so proud of what he's doing. Number one, I mean, he's been at it for longer than most people are prepared to be alive to build a car. And he's just beginning to see that little light at the end of the tunnel.
But he's coming up with such great ideas. He only needs 3 spanners to take the thing apart. 3 spanners, a screwdriver, and a wheel nut or lug wrench, lug wrench as you call them. So he's done that deliberately. All the bolts that he's used are pretty much all the same size. You know, great idea.
Yeah, it's going to be crazy.
Yes. Yeah. Can't wait to see it in the flesh.
Oh, and now he's leaving, so he heard us talk all this about him. Poor guy. But that's good. Hopefully, Jay, we've made your life more complicated, giving you a bunch more things to worry about, and because that's our specialty.
Yeah, pass all our problems on to somebody else. Yeah, crack on, Jason.
Yeah, I think he and I will probably do a show at some point about making molds and pulling.
Yes,
pulling
definitely. Because he's going the carbon fiber route, obviously.
Yeah.
Wet lay.
Since I already have the carbon wings. I might as well make a plug. I've got 3 rolls. I got 210 and 320 and 450 gram carbon rolled up in the closet anyway. So
definitely do a stream with him and get some information, because he's doing this all in his garage, all on his own. So it's not like he's got an industrial premises for. Jason's just come back. Yes, it's not like he's got industrial premises and whatever. He's doing it in a single garage, and he is going to do it. He is going to get a full carbon bodywork from it. Brilliant.
Yeah, it's
Not
gonna be
only
pretty
that,
crazy.
but he does all this in a single garage, as you say, and he's got a lathe and a milling machine in there too.
Yes.
I mean, I'm surprised that he can just find his way around this car.
Yeah, I have more room, and it's still always
It's a
climbing.
human
on
condition. We find a way to fill up the space.
Yeah, normally with junk and junk parts. Yeah.
Yeah, my dad's like, no more horizontal surfaces in my house. If it's flat, I'm going to put something on it. It's like, oh. But what about this thing I need to start? Like, it's not, it just takes too long. Build it when it's time and take it back apart. It's so tricky.
Yeah.
So.
Excellent.
That's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
Yeah. Well, guys.
So what else? Is Craig and Paul coming back, or are we just we kind of done for the day?
I think we're kind of done for the
this
day.
part
The
of it?
good thing about what they're doing is they can come back in at any time they want, because
Yes.
they've got the link. They can just go live, and they can tell John and myself to
in
get
or
ourselves
whatever.
active and
Yeah.
jump in if they want us to or not. And oh my God,
Oh, let's put this. Oh, Brian Deaton. I'm supposed to hang out with him. Brian,
oh
shoot me
yeah,
another message.
please, I'd love to have
Brian
Brian.
has a it
Yeah,
was like
yeah.
a Jaguar kit
Yeah,
something.
no, tell him that we want to do a show with him because his
Yeah,
car
I'll,
is
I'll
amazing.
come over to your place and I'll make video, Brian. It'll be great.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like a year and a
Excellent.
half ago, we chatted for like 2 minutes. I don't know. Maybe his wife was out
Brian,
of town or something.
we want you.
Yeah, we'll make it work. I got a new camera and everything. Got good microphones. We'll shoot some footage.
Yeah.
And he's local enough to me. Yeah.
Yeah.
Save
Absolutely
Savoy
love it.
Automobile Museum. 1 hour 60s home builds. Okay, yeah. Like the Cheetah,
Yes.
right?
That's a
Was
nice,
the precursor to the Cobra, and now everybody.
Yes. Lovely car. Great quality as well, I do believe.
Yeah, that's like, I feel like it was somewhere where the Cobra coupe design came from. It looks so cool. The hood is so long. Bonnet.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yes. Yeah.
Amazing car.
Excellent.
Yeah, we'll have to do a show because I need to check his thing out. He's there
Well,
tomorrow.
guys.
Where is Savoy Automobile? I'll look it up.
Yeah. Definitely. Yeah. Brilliant. Okay.
We're kind of winding ourselves down and winding ourselves up at the same time. But why don't we put a bow on it for now? We've been on for basically an hour, and
Yeah.
it's been riveting. I mean, this is another one of our it's all BS anyway types of shows where we did absolutely zero show prep, and here we are.
Well, I mean, that's the beauty of going live. We were live from the NEC. And, people can see what the show's about. Well, I can certainly see with the mini kit stand and
Well,
what.
thank
what's
God
on
that
it.
Craig is organized to and carried the show. Truly
Yeah.
fantastic stuff.
Exactly, yeah. And as you say, Jim, he can pop in and do another live stream anytime he wants.
Whenever he
We
wants.
might be in it, we might not be, but yeah, he's got access to the studio, so brilliant. Yeah,
Yeah.
We do like going live.
Yeah. So, guys, why don't we say hi and goodbye? This is me, 7-Spot Jim, saying goodbye. Dave, do you want to say goodbye?
High cost, low cost, Dave. Check
Yeah.
it out. More progress.
Not
soon.
us, John.
Yeah. Thank you. Thanks for watching. Thanks for coming. Be seeing you.
See you guys.
Cheers, guys. Stay in the studio, guys.
I'm waiting for the end stream thing. To
Yeah,
show.
you've not ended it yet, Jim. I can't do it from this end. I'm just looking.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do. End stream.
Play outro and end stream.
I've got that. Yeah.
Well, let's do that.
Please hang up and try again.